If you thought getting rich young was the dream, wait till you hear how it turned into a nightmare. Meet the Onuha brothers, Samuel and Ruben, two high school dropouts turned millionaire fashion icons, flying private, living in Dubai, and mentoring thousands on how to make it online. But in early 2025, everything came crashing down. How did they go from ultra-luxurious lifestyle to the cold jail cells and a courtroom spotlight? This is the jaw-dropping rise and shocking fall of the Onuha brothers, and trust me, you'll want to hear how it all went down. Samuel Onuha grew up in a quiet little village in the Netherlands, super normal, under the radar. But even then, he had that spark. You know the type, always thinking bigger and dreaming louder. At 18, while his classmates were prepping for exams and picking out college majors, Samuel was deep diving into Shopify, dropshipping, and late-night YouTube tutorials. Everyone around him was confused and concerned about his decisions. They said he was throwing his life away, but he said, "Watch me." He dropped out of school with zero backup plan, no investors, no roadmap, just raw ambition, Wi-Fi, and a serious obsession with freedom. And then it clicked. His first online hustle started bringing in real money, not millions yet, but enough to prove it wasn't a fluke. And that's all he needed. That tiny bit of traction lit a fire. Samuel went from a student to startup model in real time. And this was the beginning of the Onuha empire. So Samuel had the vision. But when Ruben, his younger brother, jumped in, everything leveled up. That's when the brand Icon Amsterdam was born. It wasn't flashy for the sake of it. It was clean, tailored, modern clothes that spoke to confidence without saying too much. They wanted their brand to feel like walking into a room and owning it without needing to explain yourself, and it worked. Instagram picked it up. Influencers started tagging them. Photo shoots, lifestyle reels, slick edits with motivational audio, the kind that makes you pause mid-scroll. Orders came in quicker than they expected. The brand's signature product, impeccably fitting trousers, became a must-have item, with over 500,000 pairs sold since their introduction. By 2024, the Onuha brothers had built an empire worth an estimated $40 million. That's over 6 times more than what Ben Francis, the founder of Gymshark, was worth at age 30, and he built a billion-dollar fitness brand. Let that sink in. Just like that, 2 fashion influencers who started from a bedroom and a Shopify login were brushing shoulders financially with billion-dollar empires. And Icon Amsterdam became the symbol of their fortune. And for Samuel and Ruben, this was only the beginning. The vision was bigger than fabric. It was a legacy in motion. The Onuha brothers didn't get rich to stay humble. Once the money started rolling in, they turned their lives into luxury showrooms. Let's start with the wardrobe. We're talking about Balenciaga tracksuits, Amiri jeans, custom Dior jackets, and watches that cost more than cars. Samuel was often seen wearing a Rolex Day-Date in yellow gold, retailing at around $40,000, while Ruben preferred iced-out Audemars Piguet Royal Oaks worth $80,000 plus. Nothing they wore was basic. Even their sunglasses screamed 5-figure price tags. Then there's the travel. The brothers flew private, not commercial. Gulfstreams and Bombardiers, each flight costing $15,000 to $25,000 one way. And the places they chose to chill ranged anywhere from Maldives to Bali to Dubai. Everything screamed luxury. And to make it even better, they never booked hotels, they rented villas, multi-story beachfront properties with butlers, chefs, rooftop hot tubs, and ocean views. Their stays often ranged from $8,000 to $12,000 per night, depending on location. But nothing, and I mean nothing, defined their wealth more than one jaw-dropping asset, the crown jewel of their empire, their Dubai mansion. Tucked deep within the prestigious Palm Jumeirah, a man-made island shaped like a palm tree, the villa was more than a home. It was a multi-million-dollar fortress of style and privacy. The property came with a full-length private beach, where white sand met turquoise sea, all just steps from their living room. An infinity pool wrapped around the villa, blending seamlessly into the horizon with underwater lighting and a sunken seating area for sunset parties. Inside, the home featured a fully automated smart system, voice-activated everything, from lights to curtains to climate zones. And we can't miss out on the interiors. The floors were made of imported marble, polished, warm-toned, and hand-laid. The furniture was custom-made in Italy, paired with modern gold leaf accents and floor-to-ceiling windows that opened straight into an expansive sea view. They had a full gym with luxury equipment, a 10-seat home theater, and even a glass-walled garage, so their supercars were part of the living room vibe. Even the bathrooms had ocean views and motion sensors sensing everything. And you want to know the best part? Unlike the rented villas we saw before, they owned every square inch of this mansion. The estimated value of this mansion is said to be $50 million, depending on market value, and they owned it outright. But what really made the internet foam at the mouth? It's their cars. Samuel's favorite car was a Rolls-Royce Cullinan black badge worth over $500,000. He had it custom built with a full Tiffany blue leather interior, something no factory ever offered off the shelf. Open the doors and the cabin literally glowed from the starlight headliner, thousands of tiny fiber optic lights designed to mimic a night sky. This SUV could go from chill cruise to full beast mode in seconds, smooth like silk. Now, talking about Ruben, he wanted to be loud, fast, and aggressive with his choices. He drove a Brabus G-Wagon 800 based on the Mercedes AMG G63, but fully reworked. It looked like a military tank dressed in off-white. And here's the coolest part about the car. Its license plate had just 4 digits, 2002. That alone cost $300,000, and the total price of the car was over $600,000. Crazy, right? Together, their garage was worth over $1 million, and every time they opened those butterfly doors, the internet went wild. The lifestyle pulled people in, but what kept them hooked was what the brothers did next. Icon Amsterdam was blowing up, but the Onuha brothers weren't about to stop at clothes. They saw something bigger, themselves. So they pivoted from designers to mentors. The pitch they used was simple but super effective. We'll teach you how to build a $1 million brand just like we did. Next, they launched a high-ticket online program which offered private coaching, strategy calls, and insider tips. They claimed to share whatever it took to be millionaires like them, everything wrapped in the same luxury aesthetic they lived and breathed. And the price tag for this course was $10,000 per seat. This wasn't a cheap Udemy course. Fans who bought in said it was legit. Direct access to the brothers' real e-com game and practical breakdowns of how they scaled Icon. But not everyone was sold. Some people said it was surface-level advice wrapped in flashy editing. They said it had too much hype but not enough depth, more influencer coaching than actual strategy. But here's the truth, it worked. The brothers knew how to sell belief, and when you're living in a $50 million villa, flying private and driving a Tiffany blue Rolls-Royce, people will buy whatever you're selling. Because people didn't just want to learn, they wanted to be them. Everything seemed to be going right. The brand was thriving, their mentorship program was gaining traction, and their lifestyle was still as polished and untouchable as ever, until suddenly it all went quiet. No new drops, no stories, no soft launches or surprise announcements. And then it happened. In February 2025, reports from Dubai confirmed what no one saw coming. Samuel and Ruben Onuha had been arrested. The charges were serious. Authorities accused them of smuggling illegal substances into the UAE, with the street value estimated at around $250,000. No, it was not a rumor, nor clickbait. It was a hard-hit reality that was not only capable of damaging their reputation, it destroyed them. And in a country like the UAE, this wasn't something you could PR your way out of. The drug laws there are among the strictest in the world. Long-term prison time is the minimum, and the fines are massive. And depending on the specifics, the consequences can go even further. Just like that, the brothers who built their brand on image, control, and ambition lost it all in one headline. The backlash wasn't slow. It came all at once, loud, messy, and impossible to ignore. Within days of the arrest news, the ripple effect had reached every corner of their empire. Investors began to back away, and partnerships that once felt secure vanished overnight. Scheduled launches were put on indefinite hold. Inside the company, teams were left waiting for answers that never came. The brand built on luxury and discipline was suddenly attached to something else entirely. They were no longer the millionaires teaching others how to scale a business. Now they were the headline no one expected. Fashion influencers arrested for drug trafficking in Dubai. It didn't matter how many years they'd spent building trust. All it took was one story for everything to shift. And just like that, the empire they built was no longer a dream. It was a cautionary tale. So, what now? As of now, the brothers are reportedly still in legal limbo, facing serious charges. And people who follow them have been torn apart on two sides. Some say it's all a misunderstanding. Others believe the flashy lifestyle might have been a front all along. But one thing is clear, the rise of Samuel Onuha was nothing short of inspiring. But the fall? It's the kind of plot twist Hollywood wishes it came up with. So, what do you think? Are they guilty? Were they just playing too close to the edge? Or did the lifestyle blind them to the fallout? Let us know what you think down below. No matter where the truth lands, the story says a lot about the world we're watching and the one we're trying to build. Because, yeah, the luxury was real, but so were the consequences. If you're into stories like this, hit the like button, share it with someone who will binge it too, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.